My name is Natalie Westerbarkey. I'm Managing Director at ICMA, and I have the pleasure to be here with you, Mr. Stefan Wintels, who is the CEO of the KfW, the Kreditanstalt für Wiederaufbau. It's a great honor that you're sponsoring and hosting this event at ICMA. So I have a couple of questions. What do you think are the major geopolitical challenges we're facing right now?
Yeah, thanks Natalie, and also a warm welcome in Frankfurt. We are very proud that the ICMA AGM and conference takes place here in the heart of Europe. And indeed, we do see significantly geoeconomic and geopolitical changes. It's almost a secular retrend which we observed, and it didn't start last year or the year before. It's a long-term fundamental change, and of course it has implications for an export-driven and well-integrated economy like Germany, but also for Europe as a whole. And the main economic challenges, from my perspective, are A, supply chains are changing. Secondly, trades becomes more important, but also more protectionist, in particular the discussions which we have with the US. And thirdly, we need to be very focused on where we need to enhance in Germany and Europe our sovereignty in financial markets, our sovereignty in defense, our sovereignty in energy and in technologies in general. So this is a broad agenda, but I think in Europe and in Germany, we have it in our own hands to deliver in the next years on this agenda.
That's wonderful that it's in our own hands. That's the good news about the challenges that we're facing. So how do you think we could then address the competitiveness angle for Europe? What could, from a KfW point of view, we do more to become more competitive here?
Yeah, competitiveness is a big word, but it's important and a prerequisite for growth. And if we look at Germany alone, in 2014, in the IMD competitive index, Germany was number 6. Now we are number 24. Oh. This is clearly not a trend which we should accept. So the focus on the current government to enhance the competitiveness in Germany, I think, is the right approach, and it will translate into growth. And a strong economic Germany is good for Europe. The main levers there, again, infrastructure, from digital infrastructure to education. Secondly, less bureaucracy, including tax advantages, etc. So it's again a broad, long-term agenda of the current government. For the first time in Germany, we have a digital ministry. So I'm very optimistic that we now deliver and make Germany less regulated and bureaucratic. And thirdly, I think it's also important that we use the savings which we have in Germany and in Europe, the financial private household assets, in order to enhance our financial sovereignty. And I think it's also fair to the savers to deliver better return. And pension reforms in Germany and in Europe will play an important role from my perspective.
Excellent. So innovation will be key. And what about the ESG agenda? How does that play into our ambitions to grow and to be more competitive?
You will not be surprised that I, as the CEO of KfW, is very much focused on ESG. But let's break it down again and start with a G, where we don't spend a lot of time, but the G is important, and I believe that Germany and Europe, with a robust regulatory and competitive regulatory framework and governance, that's an advantage. Investors and people want to have safety. So therefore, we want to make our regulation and bureaucracy better. Secondly, the S, I think there are some prevailing and urgent social questions like affordable housing and other issues which we need to address for the citizens in Germany and in Europe, and then go to the E. And the E is a big letter, but we can break it down in small little e's, and environmental has a big economic component. It's a big industry in Germany. After China, we are globally still number 2. So therefore, we need to think the E together with the economic benefits we have. But it's also about innovation as a driver in order to meet our CO2 targets. And us, as KfW, we are not only the largest non-government issuer of green bonds in the world, but we are very much focused to continue that path and think climate and the loss of biodiversity together. And as I said, we should articulate a compelling and strong economic case why climate is so important.
Excellent. Well, the good thing is that, as you say, it's in our control. So we
absolutely in our own hands.
In our own hands. So thank you so much, Stefan, for the interview.
Thank you, Natalie.
And thank you again for sponsoring and hosting the event for ICMA.
Enjoy Frankfurt.
Today.
Thank you.
Thank you.